Hello, hi. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. I am jumping on here real quick to talk about learning to listen to your intuition. We all know what it's like to not listen to our intuition. And so, what does it look like to actually listen to our intuition? That's what we're talking about. I am Jessica Amos. I'm a mindfulness teacher and I'm a relationship and boundaries coach. And this is something that comes up a lot as people are starting to dig into their inner work and speak their truth and show up consciously and lovingly and honestly and truthfully in their relationships. So much of it comes down to learning to listen to our intuition. Speaking from experience, from my own history, my own past, like many of us, being conditioned out of trusting myself. So often as children, we want something or we need something or we prefer something, and the adults or the people in our lives say, oh no, you don't want that. I know what's best for you, right? And so we end up going, we're little and we're looking at these big people in our lives. We're like, okay, if you're telling me I can't trust myself, then I guess I can't be trusted. And we go through life and there's these moments. I've had these moments in my life where I was driving in the car with my ex-husband years ago, and we're doing this overnight trip, driving down from Oregon down to Tahoe, where I grew up, to go visit some family. And it's like kind of snowy, kind of icy, very dark because it's the middle of the night. And I got this feeling. I was like, oh, I really feel like he should slow down. Like, I feel like we're going too fast. Like, there was nothing that was really saying that we were going too fast. It wasn't really icy. It was just kind of cold, but I got this feeling, oh, I should say something. I should tell him to slow down. And then there's the other part of me that's like, oh, don't be bossy. Don't be controlling. Don't tell him what to do. I just like pushed it down, and I was like, no, right? I'm not gonna say anything. And then what do you know? Less than 2 minutes later, we hit a bend in the road, and again it's dark, and a giant tree had fallen over the road. And he goes to brake, he's braking really fast, and it turns out, it is a little bit icy, and we start sliding straight towards this giant tree, the middle of the road, pitch black, winter, empty highway, middle of the night. And he was able to turn the truck. We hit the tree, and then we go sliding down into a ditch. And the truck is wrecked. It's totally stuck in a ditch, and it's the middle of the night, and there's nobody around. And what I did after that, ended up being, we worked it out, got out of the ditch, and eventually we're fine. But for me, that's a memory that really stands out to me, and just one example of thousands of moments when I haven't listened to my intuition, to that little gut feeling that's saying like, ugh, no, like, don't get in the car with that person, or ugh, don't take that path. Or even the moments when we're like, we go to speak the truth and we want to speak the truth, and then we're like, oh no, I probably shouldn't. And then you kind of get yourself in more trouble by not speaking the truth, by not listening to what's in alignment with your heart. So when it comes to listening to intuition, I believe that a huge part of learning to listen to our intuition and come back to ourselves and learning to stay with ourselves in that sense is that we have to go through all that experience of not listening and going, oh my God, I totally knew. I totally had this sense. I totally have that feeling. That's part of learning to listen to the voice of intuition. If you sat and you were like, okay, that's what intuition sounds like, right? Okay. And then for me, the next step, what I've really had to practice, and I have to practice this regularly, is moving slow. To me, that is so much the reason and the purpose of mindfulness, of meditation, of slowing down, of not taking on too much, of not saying yes to so many things that you're burnt out and you're going from thing to thing to thing to thing, building transition time into your day, building being time into your day, so that you can sit and be still and have these practices where, as things come up in each moment, you can go, okay, what's that feel like here? And what's that feel like here? And really start to pay attention to to what's coming up in each moment. Here's another example of how I very recently didn't listen to my intuition. Again, because I was getting really anxious and really caught up. I was meeting with one of my cohorts, my groups online, and there's this chance to get called upon, and I got called upon to show up and to practice something, and I wasn't ready. And I didn't take a moment to go, okay, wait, I'm gonna pause for a minute, take a minute to see how I feel and see how I want to respond. I just felt like, oh, pressure's on, I need to respond right now. And I ended up feeling kind of like that's everything that came out was not really what I meant. It was not really how I felt. It wasn't really in alignment with me. And it was because I felt this pressure that I put on myself to just like jump straight in and have an answer and to participate. So you can, in retrospect, part of the learning experience is going, okay, next time I'm in that situation, what I would like to do is take a moment and go, okay, thank you for calling on me. What feels right? And then lead from there. And that's so much of that is being able to do that within a few seconds or within a few breaths is part of the practice of sitting in mindfulness and allowing yourself time and space to be. Because when we're stressed all the time, we're doing all the time, there's no time to even practice listening internally. Another practice, and this is the last one I'll give you, and then I'll jump off. This is a really, really good one. If you have, say you have a whole day set out before you where you have no plans. Try to find a whole day with no plans. Cancel your plans, whatever you need to do. Get up in the morning and sit for a minute and go, what do I feel like doing right now? Oh, I feel like having breakfast. Great. What do I want for breakfast? I want eggs and toast. Great. Go make yourself eggs and toast. Where do I want to eat my eggs and toast? At the kitchen table, outside on the deck, right? So on and so forth. You eat your eggs and toast. What's next? Let's do the dishes. Okay, what now? Let's go on a walk. And then you get outside and you're like, which direction do we want to go? Right, left, north, south, east, west? And spend your day practicing as consciously as possible going, okay, what feels best next? And that right there is the key to listening to intuition. Even in the example I gave of volunteering in the group to say something and speak up, it's possible if I sat with it that I wasn't even quite ready to volunteer and speak up. I was just like, oh, me, without really checking in with, is this the right timing? Do I even have anything to say? And that's some of why what I was sharing didn't come out in a way that was in alignment with me, right? Because I was jumping too far ahead before checking in with what's the next best thing. So anyway, I hope you find that really helpful. This is a lifelong process, learning to listen to intuition, especially when we spent so many years ignoring our inner voice and our inner wisdom. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you relate. Share your stories, your examples. I'd love to hear about them in the comments. This is such important work, subtle work, very, very important. Sending you so much love today. Bye.